Are you ready for the largest 3-on-3 basketball tournament on planet Earth? Well, Hoop Fest is right around the corner, and it's time to start preparing your body for 2 full days of playing hoops on the streets of Spokane. Now, the biggest threat to winning a championship is injury. And the most common injury for basketball players are ankle injuries. Matter of fact, last year at Hoop Fest, there were over 242 sprains and strains and 12 Achilles tears. And now, while we can't prevent injury, we know there are things that we could do to reduce the chance of being injured. And so today I'm going to share a 3-part progression to increase the mobility, stability, and explosiveness of your ankles. Our first priority in keeping you healthy is to create the right amount of mobility in your ankles. Get into a traditional calf stretch position and then start shifting your hips side to side. This creates ankle eversion and inversion, which are critical for helping your lower body load and explode. Next, you'll rotate your hips, causing abduction and adduction of your foot and ankle complex. Every time we cut and change directions, our ankles go through these motions. And then to finish up, we'll simply drive our hips forward to gain an even bigger stretch on your calf muscles. Now we're going to go through the same sequence with your knees bent. You notice that instead of feeling the stretch in your calf, you'll now feel it more in your ankle area. And instead of driving the motion from your hips, focus more on moving your knee, and that will give you an even bigger stretch in your ankle. Now that we created some mobility in your ankles, we have to build strength and control there. In a single leg balance stance, we want you to move the ball in the biggest range of motion possible. As you reach the ball towards the ground, make sure you squat down to get ankle dorsiflexion. And as you reach your hands up and behind your head, have your eyes follow the ball. You might lose your balance when you do this, but you're going to have to look up to grab rebounds. So challenging your balance this way is really sport specific. And then next we're going to move the ball side to side. Notice that my entire body is moving, not just my hands. And to finish up, we'll rotate the ball left to right. The bigger the range of motion, the more control you have on the court. Now that we've created mobility and stability, it's time to build some quickness. The 3D key hops use the same 3 planes of motion to help prepare you for every move you're going to make on the court. After you hop forward, sideways, and backwards, you'll start combining these motions. This round, you'll continuously hop forward and backwards around the key. If this is too challenging, you could do the same drill on 2 feet and build up to single leg hops over time. In this round, you'll hop side to side around the key. You can see how demanding this drill is on your lower leg. And we'll finish up with a transverse plane, making you more powerful and reducing the chance of injury. Work on this ankle progression a couple times a week, and I'll see you on the streets of Hoop Fest.